We're back.
We're back at the podcast. Hey, check. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, man. My guy. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
What do you think? What do you think? I'm happy
I
to
love
have
this
you back.
place. This place is awesome. It's a big change from sitting to where I can shoulder you.
Yeah, literally.
Now we're on a couch. This is kind of nice.
If people were to go to look back, there's podcasts of us sitting next to each other with two mics instead of facing like this and cameras. It's been nice. It's been awesome.
It's a lot more professional. It's
Yeah.
it's very nice.
We
I
only
really
do the
like
best
it.
around here.
Oh, you have to.
You
Of
only
course,
do
you
the
have
best.
to.
It is the best or nothing around here, and everything we do. I have a surprise for us for this episode. I didn't
Okay.
tell you the whole time we've been here. We've been talking for like 30 minutes, so you have no idea what's coming.
I'm excited.
I want you to
but I'm
check
kinda
behind
scared.
your seat.
Behind
I'm
my
gonna check
seat.
behind my seat. and
Okay,
we're
like
gonna-
behind.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
like.
Yeah, and
Okay.
we're gonna. Yeah,
Oh fuck yeah,
Yeah.
bud.
yeah. Let's get those bad boys on.
All right.
Yes, sir. Party
sir.
time. Party central, baby.
I got a time.
Look at you. Let's go. I was like, would it be funny to wear like something funny during this?
We needed these in Cancun, man.
I know.
This would have been nice in Cancun.
Do you like these or do you like the sun hats?
What do you mean, like
More.
the sun hats? Like the
I don't know how
tie
to-
this thing. I can't tie it.
The exact they're like made with the fray, but it's more of a beach sun hat. It's flat. The flat brim or the up brim.
Oh yes. I know which one you're talking about. I gave Fernando that one before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where it is now,
Mm-mm.
but I do like those hats. They're a little big though, so trying to fit through things like small spaces, you just headbutt everyone on accident, and I kind of feel bad about that.
No. Yeah. I have like mine when I had one. I bought one when they first came out. Let me start over. When I first came out, they were like $45-$50 a piece.
Yeah, they were expensive.
They were
man.
expensive. And I bought one, I remember, this was like senior year of high school. And I came home from break and I asked my mom, hey, where is that hat? I'm going out to the beach looking for it. And I put it in the garage in one of the boxes. And I'm, what do you mean?
It's like, how
And I
could you?
find it in the box and she had bent it.
Oh, so it ended up
So
turning
it
out like
frayed.
this.
No,
Oh, it just,
so
like,
it just was
broke
broke
everywhere?
everywhere. And I was like, Mom, why would you do that?
Alright,
It wasn't
yeah.
like, and that's the other thing too, is it's not like it like moves like quick, you know, it's not like it's like an easy thing to fold. Like she had to like push it.
It like takes a while to like actually
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. She just like threw it away. I was like, what are you
Like,
doing?
Mom, what are you doing? That's my favorite hat. That's the beach hat. Those are very, very nice. I kind of want to wear one to a festival, but I feel like that'd be a lot, and I'd end up losing it or throwing it.
The strings make it so much more easier for a festival. I like them for festivals because during the day you're just blocked out in shade. If you want to like put your pash, you're in your own world, especially because of that. Like people like don't want to get hit by it. So they kind of
so
stray.
you might get a little more space than normal,
But
so that'd be nice.
You need the string because
Oh,
when I
yeah.
went to Hula, I wore not like a shade hat, but I wore like a flat brim hat. And do you remember that outfit by chance? You do? Okay. And it was great. It looked great. I look great. Look phenomenal.
doubt it.
However, I had to carry the hat
The
if
rest
I
of the
didn't want
time.
to wear it because I didn't want to wear it. Like you start like, you got a festival, you start having fun. You don't want to
Yeah.
wear this giant brim. This perfect
You have the string, so you can just toss it behind you.
all day, every day.
See, I feel like the thing is, I would still get annoyed with that. Like, that's why I don't wear candy anymore, because I can't have like things on me, like even like that. Like, but I have been really into bucket hats recently. I've gotten a few more.
Bucket hats are kind of back on the rise.
They really are.
Yeah, I'd like to say I started that trend. I've been wearing bucket hats forever.
You really have.
Even when
I remember. I think
even when they were unpopular.
the first SMF you went to, I think you were wearing like a
was
somewhat
wearing
of a bucket hat, like a more of a fishing type. Is this thing straight?
I was wearing a blue, camo navy blue
Yes, you were. I remember that
bucket
Yep.
hat, and I wore it to the second rave I went to as well. That was but it had a string. That's the key.
Yes, it did have a
Had a
string.
string, and you know what's funny is there's two types of bucket hats. There's the ones with the string, and there's the
without
ones
the string.
without. And they actually both look different. Have you ever noticed that? Pull up a bucket hat. Just type in bucket hat. See what we get pulling up here. Yeah. Let's pull up bucket hats.
I've never. I think I've worn the string ones a few times, but
So okay, yeah, images.
so like
Okay.
that one right there.
So see how that's got like a little bit of a bigger brim?
Yeah.
Then look at the one right to the right or left of that one. They're like a little bit shorter.
I feel like the string ones are more
Okay, look at the frog
like
one.
secure. Oh, dude, look
Sorry,
at
I
that.
did not mean to
kinda
cut you
want
off,
that.
but look at the frog one.
That is adorable. I feel like the ones with the strings are more firm on the brim, not
Yeah.
like the bucket hats. Like you can, they're very flimsy. Like
Yes,
they're
they're
kind of
100% flimsy. Now, what I was getting at is I like bucket hats with the string there,
Oh.
but I look horrible in the other ones. Well, I think I do at least. When I look at pictures, dude, when I look at pictures, my head looks so elongated. I look like not like I don't know what it is, like a cone head or something. It just looks so much longer than it normally does.
Really?
I swear. I don't have a picture to
Do you have
prove
a
it, but
big
like
head?
big headed.
She has a small head.
She's
I
a
do
small
have
head.
small
It like engulfs her entire head.
Girls in bucket hats.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think.
Yes or no?
Yeah. No. 100%. I think bucket hats are like
I'm in.
on most people.
Matter of fact, keep it on.
Yeah.
Keep it on.
It stays
Keep it on.
during-
Stays on during sex. It stays
Exactly.
on. The bucket hat stays on during sex. 100%.
Just like socks stay on during sex, you know.
Be more. Tell me more.
No, I
Like these socks, like these
yeah,
little
like
small ones, or
socks-
like long
sock-
stocking
no, no,
socks.
No, like,
No, what do you mean? No, 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 no. I think we're gonna disagree here.
No, like the like socks stay on during sex, man. You got to keep the socks on.
I thought
Trust
I
me.
read a story that you you come quicker with socks on.
Shit,
Swear to
That
God,
makes a lot
pull
of
that up.
sense.
Pull that up. Find that. I swear to God, I read that.
that makes a lot of sense now. Then
Dude, I'd be on the bed taking them socks flying off, bro. That sock's not coming and staying on.
so this is another question. Whenever you're taking your clothes off, do you throw them or nicely place them down?
Somewhere in the middle. I don't think I throw them across the room, but I don't think I'm like, oh, let me put this down real quick.
Oh,
Make
see,
this
I'm weird, dude. I place those suckers where like they're pretty nicely put down on the ground.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
the-
I would say relative. Like I make my little pile.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'll do. I make a little pile, but it'll be like not
Okay.
like thrown in everywhere.
All right, we got the study. She typed in, do you come faster with socks on during sex? Holstage emphasized that in a study, 50% of the 26 people involved achieved orgasm without wearing socks. This figure increased to 80%
With
when they
socks.
were wearing socks. Whoa.
Yeah, wear sock gang.
Sock gang.
Gotta
So
wear
if
socks during
anything,
sex.
it
They stay on
helps.
during sex.
It helps you get there. Yeah, so essentially, well, for a guy, essentially, you would come quicker.
I'm taking them off.
Ladies, wear your socks. Ladies,
Yeah.
keep them on, ladies.
Yeah, ladies,
My
wear the
boy
socks.
can't find it. Keep the socks on.
Socks on. No
Damn
one's
it.
complaining like,
Damn it.
oh, they're not making fit. I'm like, keep the damn socks on.
Oh, that's hysterical. So I guess it works. I mean, interesting.
It's a good fact to know.
So
I feel
you
like.
like the short socks
Oh, I do
or
not
long
wear,
socks?
Like me? Or like a girl
Okay, let's
wearing
go.
them?
Let's go you first, and
I
then
mean,
we'll go.
I would wear the long socks.
Yeah, yeah. Soccer.
I don't have any. Actually, I do have some, but I don't know.
What
man.
about on a lady?
Long socks?
Long socks?
Yeah,
I'm with you there. Long socks, it's like something weird, but it's there. Anyways,
it's nice.
yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
It's nice thing.
It's a nice.
So, question.
Just wear your socks.
Just wear. So you keep the socks on. What? Just trust me. Keep the socks on.
Whoa!
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh yeah.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
How'd you get these sombrero hats, and what was the process of them?
Well, I thought. Well, for tonight, I was like, it'd be funny if we had some props, just for fun sake.
I love 'em.
Make it more loosey goosey, silly, funny.
I feel like you should have
Um,
different props for each different one. Like
I think it takes. I think certain people.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, yeah. We're more fun. We're gonna have more fun with this.
we're a little-
Maybe
we're a
some more
little
serious
dumb.
ones that these don't fit for.
I
But
feel like
so
it'd be kind of funny to have a serious conversation with these things on. You know,
can you see this?
I can't. That's too far from my
Okay.
eyes.
These are sombreros. You blind motherfucker.
I am blind.
I'm colorblind. He's blind.
Oh yeah, you are color. you
If
would
they
see you're
put
both
words
colorblind.
far enough away with color, we would die.
Oh, we'd be screwed.
We'd be screwed. we would
If
be
it was
dead.
like life or death, it said read that, and it was color and
Yeah.
far away.
Yeah, we couldn't make
See
it
you,
out
world.
together.
I'm out.
But the hats, both of them came from a buddy's wedding. This was for the rehearsal dinner. Everyone wore them.
That's kind of smart too.
I wasn't even there, but it was fun. I got a
Wait, you
hat.
weren't even there, and you still got
I
too?
got sick. I got super sick. I had
Oh.
strep throat and I didn't make it to the rehearsal. Got antibiotics at like 9 a.m. the day of the rehearsal wedding.
Mhm.
So I didn't, or the rehearsal dinner. Didn't make it, but they told me if I was 24 hours fine,
You could have
I
gone.
could go to the wedding. So I woke up the next day, sore throat gone, went to the wedding. But I missed the rehearsal dinner.
Weddings are fun.
Weddings are fun. We're at the age, dude, where
I know everyone's starting
weddings,
to get married or have kids now. It's like
it is
it's crazy.
insane.
Like you go on Instagram,
Well,
it's like, oh, new person. Oh,
respectfully.
little boy coming soon.
I mean, good for them,
Not me.
but not me. No,
No.
no. It is, yeah, it's like the weird thing too is when somebody younger than you gets married
Yeah.
or has kids. Which again, more power to them. I have no problem with it, but like it is weird when you see it and you're like, you were 2 years younger than me at one point,
It's like,
and now you're like acting older than me.
Yeah, they're married, they have kids, and I'm like, mm, I don't know, man. We're about to go to a wedding next weekend. Actually, I am very very excited.
Are you in the wedding or are you just going?
I am. We are both actually in the wedding. We are
Ooh.
both groomsmen. Or well, I'm a groomsman. She's a. She's
I'm
a,
a
what is
She's
the,
the groomsman.
what is the word for the female?
She's
part?
the bridesmaid.
Bridesmaid. That's the word. Thank
Yeah.
you. I couldn't think of that. But yeah, we are very very excited. Funny enough, I met the guy on video games.
No way.
So me and Gio and I were playing one night. We were playing Apex.
You watch your
I
punctuation.
know. I gotta get
sir.
the punctuation. I try to keep that correct. You know.
The comments are gonna go crazy over that.
This man said me and Gio. Oh, so Gio and I were playing one night, and we were playing just fills, trios, blah blah blah. And we get into a game. We start like joking around, and like he ended up talking to us, and we said I forget what we said. It was either about rain or about the character, and I was like, oh, we can trade PCs. Where are you from? He goes Tampa. I'm like, really? I was like, I'm from Clearwater. I was like, and he's like, no way. He's literally right on the edge of Tampa. We were 12 minutes away from each other.
That's wild.
And then we kept talking for like 3 months on Discord, just like hanging out, like talking and all that. And then I was like, hey, do you want to go to a brewery? And he's like, yeah, I always go to the Crooked Thumb in Safety Harbor.
Yep.
So
Beautiful.
he's like, do you want to meet me there at 7 on Thursday? And I was like, yeah, of course, let's go. I told Angela, and she's like, you're gonna go meet him? I was like, yeah. I was like, why not?
In a public place.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, it's a public place, it's a brewery. If anything, I just leave. So we ended up hanging out, hit it off. I met him and his fiance. It was such a fun time. We ended up talking the whole time for like 4 hours or something, and then we continually kept hanging out, and went on his bachelor party, and now we're both in the bridal party. So it's very very. It's a crazy thing that like we met on video games. Like that was the second person I've met in person over video games.
It's a wild time we live in where you can just meet, like, become friends with people online,
Mhm.
meet in person. I have like a whole friend group in New York that I met through one person that I like talked to. I like sold them a ticket to SMF one year, and then I was like, hey, are you going to Millennium Trilogy? They were like, yeah, we're going. We have a big group. And I was like, cool. It's just me and my buddy. Like, let's meet up. And we just met up in Vegas, hung out with them the whole weekend, had a great time. And then it was like, come up to New York anytime you want. You guys come down to Florida, and like I've gone up twice now. It's crazy. It's crazy how that works.
It's wild how, especially if the person's on the same like wavelength as you, it's crazy how easy how easy it is to actually like make friends with them. Like I'm very very picky about my friends and like who I talk to, because I kind of have a good judge of character whenever I see someone. So like I kind of pick and choose. And I'm like,
I am God.
God. So I usually like within like 10 minutes I can tell if I'm gonna be friends with them for a long time or not, and yeah, I kind of keep my group small.
Yeah.
I don't really want to make thousands
Right.
of friends. Maybe in high school, like
We all go
But
through that. Yeah.
we're old
Yeah.
now.
We're older.
Not really older.
Well,
But
It's
yeah.
important, I think. You bring up a point. I think it's super important to kind of be picky and choosy with your friends. I mean, it's like that cliche thing your parents tell you when you're younger, you don't believe it. But as you get older, you kind of like who you hang out with.
You start understanding it a little bit better.
Yeah, 100%. Like you definitely are like, all right, so this guy's an idiot. I guess I'm an idiot. No,
Yeah, it's like we're both idiots. We're gonna be good friends together.
yeah,
We're gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
idiots together.
And like depending on like you said, the same wavelength. Whether it's like we want to travel, we want to party, we want to work, like whatever that
Hmm.
wavelength is, it is important that you're all on that,
On the
the
same
same
exact
idea
one,
because
or else it's just not gonna work out well.
yeah, or it's just harder. I would say. I
Yes.
mean, I think you could still be friends with people that are, I guess, not on your wavelength. I want to be like rude about it, but
Hmm.
there's no doubt you can be. Just like you, it's almost like you kind of start to segment your friends, right? Like
Yeah.
you've got those
Yep.
that you're saying, like these ones are my close friend group. These are the ones that I'm going to talk to. These are the ones that know my life, blah blah blah. And
Hmm.
then you have others that like, oh, I go watch the football game with them.
They're
They're
acquaintances. Like
acquaintances.
they're
Yeah.
not like they're
Mm-hmm.
friends, but it's not a friend that you would do certain things with.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone does it whether they realize it or not.
Hmm.
I think the issue is when someone thinks they're in like a different level than they are.
Yeah, that's where problems start arising.
That's where problems start rising for sure.
Yeah. It, but it's very very important to like pick and choose your friends because like if you go like speaking of like I just went on a big ass trip with little Geo.
Yeah.
Like if it was someone that I wasn't super close with, it wouldn't have been as fun. But it was Geo,
Right.
so it was like it was a great time. And like no matter what we did, it was just dumb. It was so fun and dumb. It was just a great time no matter what.
It was dumb.
It really was. It was. There were a lot of points where Gio and I look at each other. We go, "What the fuck are we doing right now? What the?"
I didn't know it would do that.
Wait.
So it does become a sun hat.
Oh,
Easy. Easy peasy.
technically, yeah.
This is a big ass sun hat though.
Dude, this is a massive hat.
Yeah, this is a
Can you-
huge
can you
hat.
wear this to SMF?
I don't want to wear this anywhere. It's so big.
Except for here.
It's like you want to talk about blocking out the sun. I
It's
can't
one
even
of those ones where
see
you have to like
anything.
really, really like turn your head to look at something.
Dude, yeah, this is insane. This is like a saucer. At my height, I'm probably like a UFO walking around people with this thing on.
Speaking of UFOs, you hear the government pretty much
Government.
huh?
I just said, oh, the government.
People like actually what's the word? Like said that like oh yeah aliens are real. Like they like I forget when it was. I think it was during COVID that it
Yeah.
happened because people were trying to like deny like they were trying to I guess make it smaller because like, she's looking it up right now. But like they were literally saying like oh yeah we have no
That
clue what
kills
this is and this was a UFO.
Yeah, no, they confirmed. I thought they confirmed that they
What
are
the hell?
unidentified flying objects.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
they completely were like, we don't know what these
Yeah.
are, and you guys were right. They're not just a random thing.
How does it make you feel?
I think it'd be pretty cool. I think it'd be very. I don't think I would say I'd be scared. I think I'd be more interested in like the scenario of what happens, because I feel like it could go really good or really bad.
Do you think they're aliens, or do you think it's an enemy's weapon that we don't understand?
Well, if it's an enemy's weapon, then we're kind of fucked.
I mean, that's the argument that I say. I'm like, do you really think we've been the predominantly big superpower? The U.S. at least has been the predominant big superpower for the last whatever 50, 60, 70 years. You really think that someone surpassed us in that field? I just don't believe that. Like I don't.
I don't think so
That
because
or
I
it's
feel
our
like
own.
I feel like
Yeah.
everyone kind of knows what the other is doing, in a sense.
Yes.
Oh, clear my throat. So I feel like people are very nosy, and I mean, granted they have
Mm-hmm.
to be safe. I think they know, so I don't believe that it's another say on countries
You think it's our
like
own?
Huh?
What if it's our own? What if it's our own weapon? Can you look up UFOs coming out of water?
huh?
Okay, so you want to hear this theory? This
I
is
do.
where it gets crazy.
I want to hear this one already.
So the theory is that these UFOs, and first off, it's a theory, but it's actually kind of backed up by data. They've recorded these aliens, these unidentified flying objects flying into the water and coming out of the water. So there's this theory that the aliens they're not coming into the atmosphere, they're actually coming up
Out of the water.
out of the water, and they come up and out and then they go back down. And there's been sightings of this from the Navy and all these other different reports. It's kind of wild.
That's very believable due to the fact that we have barely explored any of the oceans, like 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 a little bit of the oceans. Like there's so much more to explore in the oceans that we haven't even touched. So
Ooh, go to the first one. I know it's YouTube. Go ahead and play it real quick. Let's see if we can skip it. Ah, we got an ad. We have to pay for premium. Oh, yeah. This is a buzzkill.
Buzzkill.
Hmm. All right. See how it went in? Just pause it. There you go. They're done. Yeah, see how it went in? It's gone.
It just
Oh,
disappears.
that was quick. All right, yeah. So we can only do like 20 seconds on YouTube, so we get out of there. But like that's like a theory that they have is like these ships are not from outer space; they're
More or
from
less from
more or less from underwater, and they're coming up.
from our world already.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or even they come in and then they go underwater. Like
Mm-hmm.
for some reason they like go into the water, whether they've got a base there.
What if they're the people from the lost city of Atlantis?
Bro, Atlantis. Do you think it was real?
I mean, there's no way to prove it was or wasn't. So, do you believe in the Bermuda Triangle? Like, what is it? The
Yeah,
conspiracy that like if you go into it, you're most likely gonna get
it is a weird area
lost.
where like ships and planes just disappear.
Yeah,
But
it's kind of crazy.
yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest. Out of conspiracy theories go, I don't know much about the Bermuda Triangle. I don't know too
Really?
much. I mean, I know like what we just said, like it disappears, but I don't know like much more than that. I guess.
Um, they're saying I think that's somewhere where Atlantis was lost around that area.
Interesting.
Um, they really don't know because I think the magnetic field is completely off there. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. That's what I've heard before. Um, you know what? Actually, part of it is that like one of the points is off of Florida.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like Florida, Bermuda, and then
Bahamas. Boom,
Bahamas.
boom,
Yeah,
boom. It's right there.
it's.
Yeah, right off the coast.
I heard
It's
Bermuda's beautiful though.
Bermuda, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take. Yeah, dude, you want to know about we're gonna pivot here to travel, but like going. I know you just went to Europe. We'll
Mhm.
get to that in a second. But as beautiful as Europe is, South America and the Caribbean are like they're right in our back door,
Mhm.
and they are so much cheaper
Oh,
than
100%.
Europe. Like I almost think I've had this new thought, and I don't know if a lot of people in our generation will agree with it. Maybe it'll catch on. I'm setting a trend right here. Travel trend though. You go to South America and the Caribbean in your 20s because it's cheaper and your money will go farther, and you go to Europe in your 30s with your significant other or family because you can afford it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Not
Caribbean,
saying sorry, not saying what you did was wrong at all, but I just thought about this the other day.
Caribbean is gorgeous. I've gone to a lot of parts of the Caribbean, like Grand Cayman, Cozumel, Belize, Nassau,
Cancun.
Cancun. Um, out of all of them, I think my favorite is Grand Cayman. Gorgeous. One of my top places I've been to. We went to it was actually Z and I. We went on a cruise out there. We went to Grand Cayman, and we went on a catamaran thing to Stingray Cove or something. It's like a bunch of boats come out to like a big sandbar, and the stingrays know. And like I'm not saying like little small stingrays. Like these suckers are huge, like 80, 100-pound stingrays. And Z and I are like, you know what? We'll jump off. Like we didn't expect anything. We didn't know what was going on, so we jumped off, sat there. Then we see a dark shadow come at us, and we're like, what the hell is this thing coming at us? The guy goes, put your arms out. I'm like, what? Man goes, put your arms out. I'm like, all right. Put my arms out. A huge stingray, like 5 feet long, like 5 feet wide. Like the thing was massive. Comes up and just comes straight in my face. Didn't try to bother me, anything. And I was so shocked, and it was just Z and I in the water. No one else went in the water. And then, because everyone was like, "Oh my God, stingray!" Blah blah. We're like, "What?" And we're like, "What the hell?" This big ass things just coming right at us. And sure enough, these stingrays just came straight in your arms. They know because they're like, people are gonna feed us. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna give us food. So why not? We're gonna keep going here. One of the coolest things I've ever done. It was so fun. I have a picture from a while ago of it, and it was definitely a fun time.
Have you done any snorkeling in the Caribbean?
Hmm.
Where have you done it?
Cozumel, Grand Cayman, NASA, Bahamas,
What was like the
Belize.
biggest fish you've seen?
Biggest fish I've seen was when I was in Belize. Belize actually has the second largest barrier reef, so we went there. It
Yeah, it
was
starts in Honduras too.
mhm,
Yep.
yep, it was huge. It was I would say probably a barracuda.
That's so
Eh,
scary. Does that
well,
not scare you when you see a barracuda?
mm-mm.
What?
Well, they don't really
Be
bother you
terrified.
unless you're wearing like shiny stuff. That's
True.
what they're. And I
Is it
don't really
gonna?
wear like jewelry or anything, so I wasn't really worried.
You weren't iced out?
No, I can't wear jewelry, man.
I could not imagine you iced out.
No,
Not at
I
all.
wear like a watch every once
But
in a
at
while,
least
but
you got a
that's
little
it.
earring. What if you had one earring that was
Just
iced?
one.
I mean, you can
Um,
go two, but whatever
yeah,
you want.
Belize was gorgeous. It was definitely a bucket list trip to go to.
Hmm.
But we went snorkeling, and it was very fun because they literally drop you off in the middle of the ocean and said you got to snorkel to the island. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm like, I don't even see an island. I'm like, what are you talking about? And at the time, I was like 14, and they're like, just go ahead, just jump off the boat. And I'm like, huh? And when I tell you, it wasn't calm. It was choppy
Choppy.
ass water, and I'm jump out. I'm like, whatever. I was like, and I just learned how to snorkel like 2 months before,
Oh my gosh!
and I did it.
And the waves are going in
Oh, it was so
your
fun.
breathing
They gave
tube.
us like a little life jacket, so it wasn't bad, but man, people were struggling, and this little 14-year-old me just
Oh yeah, these
just zooming.
fat Americans jumping in the water when
Oh,
it's
it
choppy,
was
bro.
so
I'd
funny.
pay to see that. That's more funny than anything.
So one of the I got the hang of it pretty quickly. I actually learned how to do it in my pool. Weird enough, but I mean it works.
Yeah.
I dove down to go like see what was going on. The guy grabbed my fin
See
and
what was
yanked
going
me
on.
back up, and I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "This son of a bitch!" I was like, "I'm just trying to see some cool fish, you know?"
Yeah, that's funny. I remember, I think we were off the coast of Mexico or the Bahamas, and I remember where we went snorkeling where they dropped us off, or it was off the coast or something, and right when you got in, where all the fish were, because I guess
Mhm.
same thing, like waiting for
They
food, something of
know.
that nature, but they were these giant tarpon. Like,
Oh.
I mean, I was like little, so to me it looked like 7 or 8 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that's how big or tall, long. That's how big they were, but they were like huge. I remember my sister was like, "I will not go in the water." She was like, she like got like went down the steps, saw the
Mm-hmm.
fish, and was like, "I am
She's like,
out."
"Hell
She's like, "That
no."
thing's gonna eat me." But I remember they were huge. I remember swimming right and swimming by one, and they have pretty big eyes.
They
And I
do.
remember
Yeah.
the eye like over here, and then it like looked at me. And I remember feeling like, "Oh, it's gonna
You're like,
eat me!"
I'm gonna keep
Like not,
going
I know it's a
now.
tarpon, but still, like then I was like so tiny. I was like, "It's gonna eat me."
It's funny you bring up tarpon. There's a place in Key West
Yes.
where they have it like roped off and everything, and you can go. Yeah, you can like go swimming off, and there's a huge drop off. So I went to the drop off, and it's just dark. Like there's no light down there, and it's
So
just like
scary.
it's crazy. And then we keep going, and the next thing I know, tarpon like like how you said 7 8 foot tarpon. I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the hell are these things? I'm like, these things are
They are
massive.
huge
Scared
fish.
the hell out of me. And I was with my family, and I was like, I literally when I first saw one, I popped back. I was like, what is that thing? Because I've never seen one before, and I was like, what the hell is this thing? And there's just hundreds of them swimming around. I'm like, this is kind of creepy.
Have you seen the dock in Key West where you can feed them?
Yes, I have. I've seen a couple
Can you
videos
can
of
you
them.
can you by chance pull that up? We'll see if we can get a quick video of it. Look, tarpon feeding in Key West, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, and it's this dock where you can lean off the edge
And hand
and
feed them.
hand feed them, and they like come
Oh,
up
dude,
out of
they
nowhere,
grab
dude.
half
It's
your arm or something.
scary.
It's insane. Yeah,
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 that thing.
yeah, yeah. Click the mute if you don't mind, real quick, just because then we can probably play it more.
A little bit longer.
You
Look how
can
blue the water
you can
is.
see if there's a video part of it. Like they're trying to get us on drinks. Oh, there it is. Oh my God, look at that bad
Those things are
boy.
huge.
Make that bigger. Go back. Make that big. Yeah, right there. Make that big though. Let's see this. Bro.
Look at that thing. Those things are massive.
Bro, I remember people asking,
Look at
look at that, bro. Look at it take
Man,
his whole
it
head.
his whole entire arm.
Bro, oh, they come from underneath the dogs. You can't even see, dog. Oh.
He knew what he was doing. Oh, he
Come on.
didn't even get the fish.
All right, that's we.
Man limp dicked
That
it.
one
He's like,
didn't even,
I'm
that
not
one
gonna
didn't even
get
come
that.
close. Holy shit,
Yeah,
bro! Oh my god, nature's wild, bro.
it really is. Just like just seeing different places of the world, like Key West, Cozumel, Grand Cayman, Europe, Canada, like anywhere in the world. It's such a reality check and like a different world than what we live in. Like we're used to like cities and stuff, but most places down there, they don't really have that much.
Yeah,
So it's so different just seeing the people. Like,
that the different culture.
oh yeah, it's crazy.
It is. Yeah, it's like what I love about traveling is getting immersed in like a different culture, coming back, feeling you just feel different, like
Hmm.
rejuvenated, something. You have a new perspective to bring back home. That's like the best part of traveling. Speaking of traveling, you just went to Europe.
I did.
Just went to
Yes.
Europe for the
Went
first
to
time. For the first person
second
in the group.
second time.
Second time.
Second
It was
time.
the first time.
I went to Italy in middle school.
Oh, well, that is
I was too young to really like
forget about it. What are we
enjoy it.
talking about? Yeah.
But yeah,
You did
I
it for the
s-
family. What are we talking about? All right, so you went to Europe.
I did.
Let's run through that trip. Let's start
Okay.
from the beginning. You're leaving here to go to Iceland. Tell me a
Yes.
little bit about Iceland.
So Iceland, I don't know why I've never gone there before. Beautiful. Definitely one of I think that I would say that is my favorite place I've ever been in my entire life.
Ooh.
It's gorgeous. It's kind of cold, a little cold. So we got there. We
Oh, is it?
a little cold, little
In
it's a wee bit.
Iceland?
Just Iceland. So you actually a funny side story. You know why? So when they named Iceland and Greenland, they actually swapped them. You know about that, correct?
Yes, I do.
Because they
Yes.
didn't want people going to Iceland,
Yep.
and they wanted people going to Greenland. They wanted to leave Iceland to itself,
Yeah,
so they named it Iceland so no one would go there. But when we landed in Iceland, everyone's wearing jackets, pants. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and it's 6
As a
a.m.
Floridian does.
Oh, it was freezing. I think it was like 20 degrees. And I'm looking at everyone. Luckily, I packed in my backpack a ski jacket or like a heavier jacket and some ski pants. And everyone's looking at me like, what the hell is this motherfucker wearing? I pop out, put my jacket on, put my ski pants on, and I was still cold. It was, so we got there. We actually flew to Toronto, flew over to Iceland. It was like a 5 hour flight from Toronto, maybe, give or
Okay.
take. It wasn't bad at all. I slept the whole time. It was a red eye. We got there at 6 a.m. Um, and then our day started immediately. Got the rental car, immediately started driving. We went to Skogafoss, which is a big waterfall, a famous waterfall there. On the way, you can find waterfalls so Iceland is only one main road. It is Route One.
Right, around
It
the whole.
goes around the entire place.
Mhm.
So we just followed. We ended up landing in Keflavik, and we drove through Reykjavik, kept going south, and then we were going to Skogafoss. We ended up stopping at a random waterfall. Everything's frozen though, so it's really cool. Like everything's like more not like summertime. Not everything's fully like
Right.
the waterfalls aren't fully going. Found a waterfall, went there, hung out, went on a little baby hike, and then we went to Skogafoss. Beautiful, by the way.
How do you spell that? Let's see if we can get go a picture of
Um,
this so we can see it and our listeners can see what this. At
Can you
least
So-
those
spell
on
that for
YouTube.
me, please?
Yeah, spell that for us.
um,
Skull. Iceland waterfall skull.
yeah, just type in Iceland Skogafoss and it should pop up. But pretty much
There it is.
yes. So that's Skogafoss, and it was absolutely gorgeous.
Click on one of those pictures if you don't mind. Sorry, just so we can see a bigger. Just pick one. Perfect. Oh yeah, that's nice.
What the fuck?
Perfect.
It's all good. It's all good. You just hit the it always does brings new tab. No, that's perfect. It's gonna do that for everyone, unfortunately. But
So-
at least we can kind of see it.
We ended up
That's
going there.
huge.
Oh, it's massive,
So-
dude. When I tell you it's huge.
Is that mist on the right side?
Yes. So that is all the like the mist just going off.
Oh,
so
it looks even
that's
better
what it looked like.
frozen, bro.
Yes, that's what it looked. Not like fully like that. It was
just
still
just tell
green.
people that's what it looked like,
that's what
dude.
it
That
looked
looks
like,
great. Holy shit.
So yeah, we went up and there were stairs to go up and we went to the top of it. So you can actually go to the top and like look down. And then we ended up going on like maybe a 45-minute hour hike all the
Mhm.
way back, and we saw some cool things. We were just going along the trail. Um, and then we kept going. We were exhausted, by the way. Like, so we got a little cabin, like a two-person cabin, $88 a night.
Nice.
We just
Hell
stayed there.
yes.
We we ended up going to bed very early. We went to because we had to wake up at like 5:30 in the morning. So the next day we were supposed to do a glacier tour, and we were driving, and anywhere you stop on the side of the road, there's a hike or something. Um, so we were going. We were like 10 minutes away from where we were supposed to go. We were already late because so we were driving perfectly clear, nothing wrong. Like we're zooming, and then all of a sudden, snow. Like when I say snow, a full-on whiteout. Like you couldn't see anything. The roads, like so they have like reflectors on the side of the roads. That's the only way to see the road and know where you're on.
Dang, that's crazy.
It was, but it was just like a flip of a switch. It was perfectly clear, and then all of a sudden, just snow. So we were driving, and it was like a 2-hour drive through the snow. And Gio and I are just jamming out, having fun. Um, I was leaning out the car, like taking videos, just having a good time. And we stopped at a spot, and we ended up going on a hike. Went and like saw like blue glaciers, solid glaciers. We saw seals. We saw a bunch of seals actually.
Love
One of the highlight. And then when we got back to the car, the under tray fell off, and it was covered in snow.
Oh my god.
So we're like, what do we do? So we called the people we rented the car from, and they're like, you got to go to Hoffen. It's like an hour drive away from us. We're like, okay, whatever. So we go there.
With the undercarriage in like the back of the car?
No, it was still dangling.
Oh, it was
It
oh
was
my
dangling
gosh.
and just
Okay.
collecting snow. Gio and I really contemplated like, do we just say fuck it and just keep going on our day, or do we actually go get it like fixed? So we're like, you know what? We'll just go get it fixed. Go to Hoffen, get it cut off. The guy was super cool. Like they weren't even supposed to work. The guy was everyone in Iceland is very, very nice. Like they all speak English very well. So we went to Hoffen, got the thing replaced, got some food. Food there phenomenal. Their food is great. Hung out there. We went to the Black Sand Beach,
Mm-hmm.
and
Pull up Black Sand Beach while we're talking. I'm sorry.
yeah, in Iceland.
You went to Black Sand Beach, and
We went there.
I mean, I think I've seen it previously, but
Yes,
let's see that
that is it exactly. We were right there. It's
which picture should you click on? That's good.
go.
You
go
like
down-
feet?
no,
There you go.
you see the guy in the red? Click on that one. We were literally right there because you see that one on the right?
Yep.
Gio and I took pictures.
Oh yes, I saw your pictures of this.
And we turned that into a dong.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
picture
dog.
is hilarious. So we did that, and I was like, Gio, you know what that kind of looks like? He's like, what? I was like, it kind of looks like a dong. And I was like, I got a great idea. I was like, lay down on the sand right now, and I'm gonna take a picture of
Ooh.
you.
Ange, can you do that picture to your left? Yeah, let me see that one. Oh my god, I love the way
Yes,
that.
we were right there.
Gosh, that
Funny
looks
part is,
insane.
so we were walking up, and some idiot was climbing the rocks.
Does it say not to?
It doesn't really say not to.
But you think they don't want it to, they want to
I
preserve
feel
it.
like you would be smart enough not to climb the fucking rocks because they crumble. And sure enough,
Oh really?
this guy was 6 feet in the air, and guess what? He fell. And he wasn't a kid. He was like a 30, 40-year-old guy, and he fell straight on his back on the rocks. And I started laughing at him because I was like, "That's your fault."
They
Don't do that.
crumble. That's interesting. Wonder
Oh
how they
yeah, it
crumble.
literally broke. I heard it break. I turn and
They're
look,
like-
tumbling down.
They're like brittle, huh?
Mm-hmm. Very.
What?
So we went there. We had dinner. There's a restaurant right up the mountain, like right up a little hill. Phenomenal food. Granted, so we brought 30,000. Their currency is krona. We brought 30,000 krona. That's only $250. So I brought 30,000. Gio brought like 35,000 or 40,000. It was only like $600 in total. And
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
so food there, I think when we were at that restaurant, I think I spent maybe 1,000, 2,000 krona, maybe for like food, drink, hanging out. So we went there, ended up going s- I forget where we went, but pretty much we were more or less exploring. We explored the whole bottom half
Of the island.
of Iceland. So we went. So we started all the way over here in Keflavik, and we ended up in Hoffen,
Nice.
and then we had to drive all the way back to a different spot in the far left corner. And
Catch a flight?
no, not
No,
to catch
not
flight.
yet.
We
Okay.
just went to the other side because that side had more cliffs and everything. It was an 8-hour drive.
That's a long ways away.
Yeah.
That's like where we live to like Tampa to like Panama City Beach.
Correct.
Holy crap.
So you can actually drive around the island. If you don't stop, you can do it in 17 hours. 17, 18 hours, something like that. You can actually drive around the entire island like that. But that's if you
Dude.
don't stop, pretty much.
Which
But we
you
kept,
have
we,
to.
yeah,
at
you
some
have to.
point. You can't
So
do
Gio and I kept
17 hours.
stopping. We ended up, we made it all the way there, and we found a glacier, like a random hike. I was driving, and Gio was like, "Stop here. We're gonna go to this glacier." I was like, "Okay." So it ended up being a blue glacier lagoon. We hiked. It was probably like a 2-3 hour hike in total.
Yeah.
Walked, went up, and one of the best views I've ever seen. It was so nice. We hiked all the way up. We met some people from Italy. Um, I
Can you
made a
swim in
snowman.
that? How cold is that water?
Oh, it
Probably
was
too cold
completely
to swim.
frozen.
Okay,
It was
yeah.
completely frozen.
Too cold to swim.
I'll show you pictures after. And then we ended up having to keep going all the way over. So it was probably like 1:30 in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning or so, and like it gets dark kind of late there. Um, so we were driving and we kept stopping because we wanted to see the aurora borealis, like
Yeah.
really, really badly. Like that was my main thing of going to Iceland. I wanted to see that because you never get to see that. Like
Of
it's
course.
the coolest, one of the coolest things. Like we kept trying for hours and hours. Like every time we would stop, we had the tracker on our phone, like to see where it was, and we were really looking. We kept stopping. The stars are gorgeous. Like you would step outside, it's pitch black. The stars are just you can see everything. It was awesome. And then kept stopping, kept stopping. We're like, fuck, we're not gonna see it.
I don't mean to stop you, but
Yeah,
you know
you're
how
good.
crazy it is that people don't like. There are people that don't see the stars their whole life. Like you
Oh
know how
yeah,
like
they
the
live in a city their
galaxies
entire
and the
life.
stars are so beautiful when you're
Hmm.
out in the middle of nowhere. It's unbelievable. Like
It's so cool.
I have a vivid memory of us out at a cabin, and we were out far enough to where the lights weren't, the city weren't, and all we had to do was walk out like a mile or so from the cabin because
Hmm.
the lights that were there. And I remember we walked out and we all made a pact. 4 of us I was with were like, let's look down and we're all gonna look up at the same
Same time.
And
Yep.
we did that. And we walked out, and I remember looking up. And we all were like, "Holy
It's
shit!"
so
Like,
different just to
there's
see that.
it's no way to explain how you can see the Milky Way and all
Mhm.
the stars, and you're like, "This is what we're missing, bro."
Yep, when you live in
Like,
a city, like out
oh
there,
my
there's
god.
there's no lights. When I tell you, like the only lights are in the little cities, and
Hmm.
there's little houses everywhere. So we were just stopping on the side of the road. They have a
Oh,
bunch of like stop offs.
so beautiful.
So we ended up. It was like 2:30, 2:40 in the morning. We get to our little cabin, and we're looking, we're looking. We kept stopping. We didn't see him, and then we're about to shower. We're like, all right, let's go to bed. Gio coincidentally forgot something in his car, and sure enough, he saw him.
I
He
saw his
saw
pictures.
them.
Pull up, show that picture real quick, just so people can see in case they don't. The
Aurora Borealis.
They are it is insane. God,
It's
think of how many people have probably seen that in the world, and it's such a you're in such a small number of people that have seen it in the world. That's crazy.
it was he coincidentally saw him. He runs in. He goes, I was literally about to step foot in the shower. Like I was ready to get in the shower, and he goes, Nicky, get out here right now. And I was like, he's like, I see them.
You ran out in your
Man,
towel. You're like, I'm coming.
I still had shorts
I'm
on. Luckily,
coming.
mind you, it's 20 degrees. I am wearing shorts. That is it. I run out there, almost slip. I'm stepping in ice and barefoot. Him and I were jumping around like little kids. We were so happy just to see that because that was one of the main things we were looking for. And weird part is, that's not what it looks like. You can't really see that in person. So in
Mm.
person, depending on where you're at, that was taken by a really good camera. You don't see all the pinks and purples. All you do is see a hint of green in the sky. And when
Like a
Gio took a
halo, kind of.
picture, you have to have an Android or a very fancy camera or a brand new iPhone that has night mode. So what Geo took, so that's more or less what it looked like when we saw it. But if you click on, find a picture where it's more pink. Yes, like that. It was more, the pictures looked more like that. You didn't see the pinks and the purples in person.
Okay.
Unless it was like very, very visible. Like there's like a factor of how visible it actually is. But man, we were jumping around like little kids. We were so happy. That was the main thing we wanted to see. Next day, woke up and we went to a lighthouse, or like kind of a lighthouse sort of thing. It was like a huge cliff and it was super cool. Then we drove down the road maybe like 30 minutes. We went on a hike. It was like a 2.5, 3 hour hike or something like that. We got bored of the trail, so we kept going towards the water, and we just started jumping on the rocks. And we get to the coast, and there's a seal there, like literally right in the cove. So my dumbass goes, "Oh look, a seal!" Motherfucker looked at us and goes, and dove straight down so fast. And then it actually ended up hanging out with us for a little bit.
Bro was conscious. He knew he was a seal.
Dude,
he
was
knew
like,
the word. He
who
was
the
like,
hell
"Oh,
are these people?"
I'm a seal. Out of here."
It was super cool. And then he kept hanging out, and like you would see his little head pop up and like start looking at us and everything. And it was, we just hung out there for a while and then hiked back, kept going, and then we ended up going back to Reykjavik that night. Man, we got hammered. Holy shit. We get to the hotel and Gio goes, I look at Gio, we are like, I kind of want to drink tonight. We haven't drank. We didn't have a single sip of alcohol until we got to Reykjavik. We get there and everything's within walking distance, but everything closes early. So everything in Iceland, like grocery stores, like anything, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, done.
Crazy.
Closed.
Crazy.
So we go to a brewery first. We get a flight, start drinking, keep going to more bars. Mind you, our flight was we had to leave at 4. We didn't get back till the hotel till 2 in the morning.
So you just went straight.
We were fucking hammered. So at the last bar, there was a wheel you could pay for and they'll spin it. Gio spun it, of course. Didn't win anything. Gio's like, fuck this wheel. I'm going to win something. Spun it again, got 5 free beers. We finished those beers. He's like, you know what? I'm going to spin it again. Spins it. 8 free beers.
8. Woo!
We didn't know what to do with them, so Gio started giving them away. And we just kept making friends, just talking to random ass people. Gio made friends with the people singing and performing somehow. And we woke up 2 hours later, still hungover, or still drunk. Went to Keflavik, and then we I didn't drive. Gio drove. That's on Gio.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's allowed in Iceland.
Exactly. It's normal in Iceland. Okay, they're allowed. They're allowed to drink at 16. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. We go to the airport, then we fly to Paris. Horrible.
Okay, so tell me one story in Paris.
I will. Well, actually, it wasn't Paris. It was
All right,
Alpe
one.
d'Huez.
Sorry, I meant to say. My bad.
Okay.
Tell me one story of your visit to France besides Tomorrowland.
Okay.
Tell me one.
So, hang on.
He's gonna take a drink for this one.
I need a drink for this one. So, this is after Tomorrowland. We're driving back to Marseille, and it's a kind of a long drive. Gio decided to take the back roads. He didn't want to take the highway. So, we're going about an hour in. I'm like, I kind of got a shit. He's like, okay, well, we'll stop somewhere. He's like, how bad is it? I go, it's kind of bad, man. You know?
That's one of the.
It's one of those where like it just sneaks up on you and you're just like, damn, I kind of got a shit. Like it just hits you and you're like turtling that shit.
Tell me, you're like,
oh yeah, you're holding your stomach. You're
yeah.
like, oh man. So we're driving. We find a gas station / like Quick Mart place. They don't have a bathroom. They don't have bathrooms in like those kinds of places and gas stations. It's not a thing. They have public restrooms every once in a while. So I'm like, okay. I had to shit so bad. We literally went there and I asked the guy, I was like, hey, do you guys have a bathroom? They go, no, but there's a place. I go, I don't care. I'm going to walk away. I go, Gio, let's go. Gio starts talking to the guy and he goes, you should have listened to him. I was like, why? He goes, it said it's 15 kilometers. I go, Gio, you know how far 15 kilometers is? He goes, it's not that bad. I go, we're gonna find one immediately. So we start driving to like a little mini
You
city.
didn't have an answer either.
He didn't.
You just said no, but did you have an answer? You were just like, no, I'm just
Well,
gonna go.
15 kilometers, I think is so a 5K is what 3.1.
I guess that's
So
true.
it's like it's 9.3 miles.
Okay.
So
Kid's good at math. I can't complain.
Kind
I'm
of.
not gonna argue that.
got an A in math. So we're driving. We get into a little city. Found a public restroom. I was like, fuck yeah, thank you. I was like, Gio, pull over. I'm running over there. Run over there. It's locked. I'm knocking on the door. I'm like, there's no one answering. Oh, dude, I'm on the verge of shitting myself.
Yeah.
So I tell Gio, I'm like, yo, pull the car over here into this little corner. I'm gonna shit.
And then the street is in the street.
Oh, dude, I opened the door, opened the back door, so there's like walls on walls, and there's a wall over here, so no one can see me. But mind you, there's buildings all around me.
Yes, maybe we can look down and just see.
Oh,
you
they
just
could easily
fucking
see me.
whoop.
I go, Gio, turn the other way right now. He goes, okay. Sure enough, left my mark. Bro, I left my mark. I didn't think about the fact of not having toilet paper.
So then you not only did you shit in the street, you then had swamp ass.
I did. Well, no, not the rest of the
No,
day.
listen.
So we kept going.
Like
About
2
5
minutes later.
No, not even. I literally think I'm like, this ain't comfortable. I'm like, shit. I'm like, what the hell can I use to wipe? We have nothing. I was like, Gee, you got napkins in here? He goes, mm-mm. I'm like, okay. I was like, I kind of don't like my socks too much. So sure enough, we pull over to a place, use some socks, clean my butt, throw those suckers out. Kept going. I look at Gio. I go, damn, I feel a lot better now. I was like, I'm good for the rest of this drive. That was definitely one of those moments. I was like,
Yeah.
dude.
This is why they hate Americans, bro.
Oh, 100%. This is why they never want
This is why they
Americans.
don't want us to visit, dog. Oh
go-
my god.
I was like, Gio, at least this wasn't you because you would have been screwed. Gio won't shit in public. He won't. I've only seen this man shit in public twice.
That's for the record. That's 2 more than should ever happen.
Yeah. Well, no. Like in a public restroom.
But
Not like how I did, you know? No, this man
you might want to emphasize that.
Sorry.
Because he's
No, Gio won't use a public restroom.
That's
And
true, he doesn't.
He
That's
doesn't.
so
He
true.
will not. He will hold that until his stomach explodes. I don't know how he does it. I can't do it. But I've only seen that man shit in public twice. From how long I've known him, one was in St. Pete, and I don't remember the other time, but I know he did it once.
I remember being at the bar with him when we were close enough to his house where he was like, "Oh, I'm
He'll drive
gonna
home.
go." He would
He'll
drive
drive
home.
home.
He was like, "I'm gonna go to the bathroom back home." And I was like, "All right,
I think
yeah."
it's
And
the
he went.
funniest
I thought he was
fucking
just
thing ever.
joking.
No, he
And then
will
he comes back. He's like,
full on-
"Wow, I feel better." I'm like, "Bro, there's one right there." He's like, "Nope, can't do
He
it.
won't do it.
Can't do it."
It's the
Can't
funniest
do
thing. But yeah,
Speaking of, I hate to interrupt the
No, you're good.
story. Can you hit pause for a second? I gotta go to the bathroom. It's right next to start recording. Yeah. We're back. Ooh, sorry about that.
wait, it looks like it's still paused. Is it going?
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, okay. So I saw one of your videos the other day, about the excuse me at festivals.
Yes. Yes.
Man, oh man.
Oh, they're
When
not
I
nice in
tell
Europe.
you, Tomorrowland winter, holy fuck, dude.
Some rude people.
Not the thing is, so the first day we got there kind of late because we got there, we landed late and had to deal with all that. First day of the festival, we get to the main stage. We're on the right side, and when I tell you, these people just walk. They don't even look at you. They don't acknowledge you. Anything. These motherfuckers just walk straight through you. Like, no excuse me. I think from the 4 days that we were there, I heard excuse me maybe 3 times. Like, these people are ruthless and they are savages. They
They are
they are
savages.
not in like a bad way.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
They party
Fuck it.
hard. Like,
I believe that.
dude, they party like insanely hard. It's crazy. Gio and I learned that we love hard style.
You guys were. Oh my god, he
Dude,
was telling all
we were
about it.
fucking jamming. So there's main stage, there's the shroomy stage, there's Moose Bar, and like there's 2 little stages as well. So we go to main stage and we're like, dude, this place packed. like crazy fucking packed. So we're like, let's go to Shroomy stage. So we go over there, and it was so fun. Like we kept going left front, and we were pretty much at the rail the entire festival.
Nice.
Like it was so fun. We went to Shroomy stage. We saw a bunch of like most of the songs I didn't know. I didn't know any. I barely knew a few of the people. Martin Garrix was phenomenal. Afrojack phenomenal. Tony Romero, awesome. Medusa, Dimitri Vegas, like Mike, all phenomenal artists. So we went. Funny enough, we actually didn't go to any of the other stages.
So I know that, because I was texting, or not texting, I was sending pictures of stages to Gio. And he was like, we haven't gone there. I'm like, what do you mean you haven't gone there yet? And he's like, we haven't gone to that one yet. And all the time, I'm like, send me pictures of the stage when you get there. And he's like, we didn't. And then at the end of the festival, he's like, we didn't make it. I'm like, what do you mean you didn't make it?
Every single day was something different. Like
Some issue.
It was just something. Like I want to go back and go experience those other stages, but.
Can you click the main one that on the top right? Yeah, bruh.
So
you missed it.
I know.
I missed
Bruh,
it.
you
Sorry.
didn't go.
I know. Well, the hard part is we didn't stay in the village.
Bro, how? Bro, you didn't go.
Okay, so let me explain. So the drive.
All right, we can take it off.
The drive from where we were staying to the festival was 30 minutes, and it was one of the sketchiest drives I have ever done. Like, it was a one-lane road on the side of a mountain, and, like, if there was another car coming, there were times where, like, you had this far between the cars. And it was, like, each day there was something. Like, the first day, we didn't get there in time. Second day, Gio had to go get his luggage. Third day, I forget what happened. Fourth day, I ended up getting super like sick. I think it was all from the vodka Red Bulls. Like my heart, I was just like shaking, dude. Like I literally had so many vodka Red Bulls that I'm surprised my heart didn't explode. Like I was literally shaking around. Like, it was horrible.
Man got sick from vodka Red Bull.
Ah, dude, it was horrible.
Oh, you baby.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you baby.
That's why I stick to rum.
Ew.
So. My favorite part about it though wasn't even the main stage or the Shroomy stage. It was the goddamn Moose Bar.
Moose Bar.
Moose Bar. So Gio and I got to the main like festival area early one day. We went to Moose Bar. We were one of the first people in there. Within 30 minutes, that place was shoulder to shoulder packed. Everyone was in there. It was such a fun time, and I was hammered. Gio kept making me chug, and he was just buying drinks, and I'm like, God damn! I was like, I'm kind of lit right now, and it was phenomenal. I would go back just for Moose Bar.
Was there a moose head in said Moose Bar?
I think so.
There better have been.
I think so, but it like we ended up being front left of main stage every single time because it was empty, or not like empty, but it was a lot better. Funny story. So Gio and I were walking to Shroomy stage. And we were walking next to each other, and this random ass girl walks right in front of me, and I go, and she goes, hello. I'm like, hi. She goes, you got cocaine? I go, no. She goes, why? I go, because I'm not putting it on a plane all the way over here. She goes, why not? I go, because I'm not stupid. She goes, are you lying to me? I go, no. She's like, can I have some? I'm like, I don't have any. She goes, but I'm beautiful. I go, okay, and? And then Gio's kept walking, and he's ahead of me. And I look at the girl, I go, my friend's walking away, I gotta go. And she goes, and I literally grab her by the shoulders and move her over. And she goes, that's not very nice, blah, blah. I go, I don't really care. And I just kept fucking walking.
The audacity
I know,
of these European women.
She was American.
That actually explains a lot more.
Yes, she was American.
That explains the entitlement. I'm pretty. It's like,
I was like, okay, and I was like, I don't really care. Even if I had some, I wasn't gonna give it to you.
Give her one of them. Are you?
And then it was just so weird. I met a lot of people from Ireland. Tomorrowland, gorgeous. Next time I go, I would definitely get a place in the village, because if you're not in the village, it's so hard to like just get around.
One recommendation for people going to Tomorrowland winter. One tip. Ready? I'll ask it again. One tip for people to go to Tomorrowland winter, and that is...
Stay in the village.
Stay in the
100%.
village.
You have to stay in the village.
Gotcha.
If you don't stay in the village, granted it's very fun still no matter what, but you have to stay in the village no matter what you do. Alpe d'Huez, it'll completely change the whole experience because we had to drive 30 plus minutes just to get over there, and the drive back was horrible. Like Gio couldn't drink. He had a few drinks, but it was earlier in the day.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
But yeah, besides that, the festival was phenomenal. It was people like I take for granted how much people actually say excuse me in American festivals.
Good to know.
I am definitely going to be more appreciative when people say it when I go to like SMF or Los Angeles or anything like that, because in Europe at Tomorrowland, man, no one said excuse me. There was no anything of personal space,
crazy.
nothing like that. It was, if you leave room, someone's going to be sitting right in front of you.
That's so crazy. I thought they would have been way more polite.
No.
Way more polite than us.
Hell no. They
Good
did not
to
give a shit.
No.
So I am way more appreciative of the American festivals where people are saying excuse me. It was, people were very, the weird part is people would just plow through a crowd, person would get shoved, not care. Not a single care in the world.
Also, it was mutual. They both didn't care.
I think it's more of a cultural thing.
The cultural thing.
I think,
Yeah.
but the thing
Yeah.
is, it's people from all over. Like there was people from Brazil, Israel, Italy, France, Germany, like America, Ireland, like everywhere.
Speaking of Brazil, you
Mhm.
go to Tomorrowland, Brazil.
Huh? There's tomorrow.
They announced a Tomorrowland, Brazil in October for a weekend. That's in our neck of the woods here. We've already got the hats for it, so
Brazil would be a fun place to go to.
it'd be a fun time.
Yes.
A little South America action.
Her-
That's
her-
right. We
Yeah,
got
yeah,
one
yeah,
over
yeah.
there.
Yes.
Yeah. I will never go back to Paris.
No?
Ever.
Why?
It's gross.
Gross. You
So-
also went at the time when they started protesting.
Yep.
So that might
That's why I got
affect
stuck in
it
Germany.
a little. Yeah.
Marseille, disgusting. We saw literally rats running around.
Where's Marseille at on the?
Southeast.
So near the coast.
Yes.
Okay.
It was, granted,
Oh
where
my
we went
goodness, that looks beautiful.
was not the greatest.
I don't know which one you went to. That looks.
Yeah, it
gorgeous.
looks very nice in pictures, but where we went to, man, it was not very great. There were rats running around. It was sketchy. Maybe it's because all the, what's it called, protests going on. What the hell did you just search?
She looked up Marseille rats.
Rats, you.
That's why
There's
they
rats.
need cats in a city. You don't
Yeah.
see any rats when there's cats. In Puerto Rico, they had so many cats everywhere in San Juan, which, I mean, whether you like cats or not, but there was no
No.
rodents, nothing. Just cats.
I mean, maybe France needs some cats,
France needs
dude.
some cats. Maybe
But-
we start a business where we import cats to
To
France.
France? It's not a bad
Kill
idea.
the rats. It's not a bad idea at
But
all.
yeah, it was just. Then I got stuck in Germany for 2 days. That sucked. Because they literally shut down all the airports in Germany on that Monday.
Why in Germany? Was it a holiday?
They're protesting.
They're protesting in Germany?
They were protesting the pay. So they completely shut down the airport on Monday. And so my flight from Marseille to Frankfurt got delayed by 5 hours. So I didn't make my flight, booked another one, didn't get on that one, tried booking another one, didn't get on that one. And then they set me on standby to go to England, to New York, and then to Tampa. Didn't get standby, didn't get it.
Jeez.
And then I lose my luggage. Didn't have it for 5 days. Had to stay in hotels. Got to the hotel. Got to America finally. I got screwed over. I had a phenomenal seat on the way back. I got a middle seat between two bigger people, so I was kind of squished. 9 hour
That's
flight.
a nightmare.
It was horrible.
That's a nightmare.
I was just hoping for
It's
a window.
living nightmare.
The food was horrible. And then I finally get to America, Washington, D.C. I go up to luggage claim. And I go, my luggage isn't here. They go, it's still in Frankfurt.
That way back in Germany.
It's still in Germany. I'm like, all right, what do I do? They go, once you get to Tampa, talk to them, figure it out. I'm like, all right, cool. Get to Tampa. I'm like, hey, my luggage is still in Germany, but I'm here. Haven't seen it for 5 days. I was like, I kind of need it. And I had a lot of stuff. Like I had all the merchandise, all my like everything, like my whole entire wardrobe
Yeah.
in there.
For 2 weeks.
And they're like, okay, we found it. Well, do you want it shipped to your house? I'm like, yes, please. I'm like, I want my fucking stuff. And finally, that Thursday or Friday, I got my stuff back.
Good lord. Well, at least
It
they
was,
shipped it to you. Was it free of charge? They just shipped it
oh
to you?
yeah,
Yeah, it better have been.
they
I
gave me
mean,
$300. Granted, they gave me $300 for the inconvenience, but the plane ticket was very expensive to
of
come
course.
back.
Yeah.
Um, I'm still trying to get reimbursed for the hotels. They still haven't done that yet, so I have to go. I'm just about to spam the hell out of them just to get my money back.
Absolutely. 100% need to do that.
Yeah, I'm going
No
to.
doubt about it. Yeah, that's
But Iceland,
Iceland, good. France,
Iceland,
bad.
I am.
You
I
heard it
want to
here
go
first,
back.
folks. Iceland, good.
Iceland. If you've never been to Iceland, go to Iceland. Do it. It's beautiful. One of the best countries I've ever been to. Everyone's super nice. It's just the place is beautiful.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, I need
I
to
want
go
to go
there.
back.
I wish I could have gone. I wish I could have gone. I had full intentions to go with you guys, given that I showed you guys Tomorrowland winner. Or at
Well,
least I showed.
No, Gio and I talked about it.
I would have swore
Like
I showed Geo, but it's okay. Regardless, I wish I would have gone. Just went a little crazy in the fall. Had my own fun there. Wasn't work out in the cards, but at least I got a trip out of the same time. It worked out. I went to Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
It
Tell
was
me about Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico was luckily the only reason I even went to that was because of our friends that lived there, and I knew it would be cheap. Like it was just like flight and 2 days on Airbnb for $100. That was it. That's all I had to pay for. That's all I had to pay for. So I was like, I can do that right now. I can do that. So I'm gonna go and take it. Puerto Rico was one of the most amazing places I've been to yet.
Really?
I was blown away. So I went with zero expectations and was just floored to see beach, blue water, tropical jungle, mountains.
It looked very, very nice in your stories. I was looking at it. I was like, damn, it does
I
look
appreciate.
nice.
I didn't know this until I got there. Their mountains are as tall as the Smoky Mountains.
Really?
So they're 6,000 feet tall out there, like its biggest peak, I think. But that's like the tallest it goes to. And in the middle of the island is extremely mountainous. Like it's like living literally in the mountains. So we didn't go to the middle. We stayed on the end. We went to San Juan. We went to Rincon. Can you look up Crash Boat Beach? We'll show you there. We went on there one day.
I think it's crazy how we were in two completely different climates.
Oh, just yeah, entirely
Like,
different.
completely different.
Yeah, that is the pier that's there. That's weird. It's not showing like the Oh, can you click? Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, that's kind of Crash Boat Beach. So like the cliffs behind it, then there's a beach, and then they built this pier. Absolutely, just beautiful.
Like just the water is like people say Clearwater Beach is nice.
Right.
It's not even close.
Those pictures are a bit edited, but it is very clear. It is very clear.
Puerto Rico's gorgeous place. I've been there a while ago. But
I will 100% go back. Yeah, that's a good view from the dock. It's not a big beach, but it's just the way that the cliffs are right. Like you literally park at the top and you like walk down to the beach. It's so cool.
yeah,
Then we went to, so we got to. I'll do the same thing. To tell the quick story. So we got to San Juan. Flew in, worked during the day at a hotel in San Juan. Then got to our Airbnb mid-afternoon. Finished work there. Went to the casino at night. Went to like the T-Mobile area. They have this, I forget what it's called, like T-Mobile Mall or something. It's this big open area.
T-Mobile Mall.
God dang it, I forget what it's called. It's in San Juan. Look up like T-Mobile, San Juan, T-Mobile, something. Yeah. District. That's it. T-Mobile District. So dumb. So dumb that I forgot that's what it's called. T-Mobile District. So it's like this giant outdoor mall with, click the one on the bottom left. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's got screens up above. And we got there. We went there the night that Puerto Rico was facing Mexico in the Baseball World Series. So it was packed. The game was
I
on.
bet
It was
everyone was
excited.
watching
Then we went to the casino and went to bed. And then the next day, Crash Boat Beach, came home, went to the casino, went to bed. Then we decided to go to where we were staying, which was Palmas del Mar.
that. Okay.
So if you're familiar with Puerto Rico, and if you're not, I'll explain. There's two like areas. There's Dorado and there's Palmas del Mar, at least the way I look at it. And Dorado is where like the really like wealthy, rich people stay. Logan Paul has a house there, a couple big crypto people there. It's like mega rich people that are there.
Yeah, isn't there like a isn't there like a big tax like there's like no tax or
The
something
government
like that?
passed like a huge law that basically it's a 4% capital gains tax and then no income tax.
Hmm.
So for very wealthy and rich people, they can pay. The United States, for instance, capital gains is 20%. So there's a 16% decrease, and that's on all stocks and stuff of that nature. So that's why a lot of crypto people move there, and stock people, they move there because they get 16% off,
Yeah.
essentially. So Dorados were like the mega rich stay. Palmas is still another like town that is gated and guarded, but it's not like, I guess, as rich, but still very rich area, and that's where our friends live and they stay. So
Must
we
be
stayed
nice.
there for about 6 days. You can look at it's Palmas, Palmas Del Mar. Yeah, there it is. Look, that came right up. And it's got this little town. Yeah, click that top middle picture. Actually, kind of shows a good idea of the town. So that's the harbor, and then behind it there's houses that go up onto the hill and everything. That's where we stayed, which was one of the houses, not the resort and stuff there. There's private beaches. There's its own hiking paths. It has its own mountain on it. It's all on the property. So we did private beaches one day. We did the hiking one day. But mainly we just worked the whole time. Like I as much as cool as it was to like work in a new environment, in a cool environment, we didn't really just worked. We were remote working and just had the house and work. We all 5 of us were working. We would work during the day till like 5, go eat dinner, go play pickleball for an hour, and then like come home. And that was like our day. But nothing crazy.
Pickleball. It's funny you bring that up. A lot of people have been getting into pickleball.
Dude,
recently.
it
looks
so
very, very fun.
addicting.
That's what I hear.
Dude, I knew I would like it if I ever played it. So I've been putting it off for so long because I was like, I'm gonna love it. And we went there. I was like, I need to play every day. Like we went out every day and played, which was great. But I remember being like, I'm ready to like, can we play? Can we play some more? Can we play some more? It was so much fun.
Yeah.
So much.
I see a lot of like I watch YouTube a good amount. And I see a lot of like YouTubers playing pickleball, and I'm like, kind of looks very, very fun. It kind of looks fun. I kind of want to try it.
One of the guys that I'm here with, one of the girls that we both know, is a professional pickleball player. She was a professional tennis player, but wasn't at the level to like go tour and stuff like that.
Yeah, so she ended up going to
She
pickleball.
switched and is a professional pickleball player. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy. It's getting bigger and bigger. It's so much fun. I'll tell you, I don't want to give away on the podcast where, but they're opening up courts really close to us because I'm gonna start playing here. Yeah, I'll let you know.
I would gladly go try it because it looks like a lot of fun.
So much fun. So much fun.
I feel like it's very, very addicting once you start it. We just actually started getting into tennis.
It's a good couple sport. It's a good couple sport.
Tennis is very
AAA.
fun. Connor went D2 in
D2.
tennis.
Wow.
Like he got a full-on scholarship. So I asked him, I was like, "Do you want to go play tennis?" He's like, "Yeah, of course." Tennis is a workout, man.
It's a cardio workout.
Holy hell, it's so much fun though. Like we were playing because we have a tennis court at our apartment complex, and we went and played. And man, we were playing for like what 3 hours, 4
Yeah.
hours, something like that. Man, it was
You're exhausted after it.
it was so much fun. I loved it.
But in a good way. You're like,
Yeah.
this is
Yes,
great.
it
Yeah,
was
it was fun.
Man, it was such a fun time. I didn't realize I used to play tennis when I was younger, but nothing like
Yeah.
it was just like smack the hell out of it. And you're like, oh, okay, like whatever. But playing it, like actually playing it, it's such an enjoying. You can enjoy it a lot. Like it's fun. It's a good time.
There is something about just going out, doing an activity, and like sweating hard and like running around doing that activity for whatever it is, an hour, 2 hours that you do that. Like you just feel like you might be tired from it, but mentally you just feel
You
like
feel good.
like relaxed
feel
after
good,
it.
yes,
It just
I
proves that
agree.
like we as humans need to be physically active. Like it just proves like
A lot of people
yeah.
aren't though. That's the thing.
No, I think our generation is way better at it than our previous parents' generation. But like,
Mhm.
yeah, I agree. A lot of people aren't. But it's
No.
funny is like once those people start,
They get addicted,
they
and
get
they wanna keep
addicted just
doing
like
it.
everyone else. Yeah, it's same thing for myself. I have a hard time like getting myself to go to the gym, but once I start, I'll go every day. Like
Oh
it's like
man,
I love it.
I've been
But
lazy as hell about that. I haven't gone
yeah,
on it.
I've been lazy this week. I'll be honest.
We've been
but
trying to get back into it, but I cut my finger open, so I can't really do anything.
excuses. Baby
Kind of.
excuses. I totally understand. It is a little bit of dedication and like you gotta kind of mentally will like I need to go and do this today. But same thing, like once you start and getting like it's almost like by like the end of the first week, 2 weeks, you start to get like all right, I
Well,
can start doing this more.
You know what I actually heard? I heard it takes 21 days to either get unaddicted or addicted to something. Like,
You mean form a habit?
yes, thank you. Yes,
Form-
form a habit.
Thank you for their form of habit.
It,
Yep.
Form a
it
habit.
takes 21
Us
days
illiterate
to either
folk in the
break a habit
sombreros.
or get back into a habit. Like, so, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's hard, especially being super busy all the time. Granted, I changed my schedule so I get off a little earlier. That was one of the hard parts about us going to the gym. 'Cause we have a gym at the apartment complex, and we used to go like every single day
That
for
helps.
what, like a couple months. Like, it was like when we first started, it was 2 3 months or something, and then we just started getting busy. Like everything started popping up. Like things were just going back to back to back.
Yeah.
So we stopped, and then we haven't gone back, and we've been kind of lazy about it. Kind of gotta go back, but I haven't yet. And yeah, we need to go back because it's actually a nice gym. It's not bad. They have everything you need. Granted, besides like an actual bench, they have a Smith machine, but
It's better than nothing, dude.
exactly.
There's some
it
apartments
is.
that don't even have that. Like it's like bare bones minimum, not from like a cable machine and like some free weights. It's so
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a solid gym.
Apartment gyms majority of apartment gyms need to do better. They need to get a Smith
Mhm.
machine. Like they need to just have better equipment. It'd be so
Yeah.
much better to work out.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I love our apartment. It's very nice. So you should
I'm glad you guys are enjoying the new apartment. It's been awesome.
you should move in there.
Move into that apartment?
Well, not in our apartment, but like our apartment
No,
complex.
I know you meant the complex.
I mean,
didn't
we
think
do
you
have an
meant-
extra room technically.
No, I didn't think that's what you meant. I mean, unless we really want to go low on rent. But no, I know what you meant. I know what you meant was the complex. I mean,
It's
we'll
one
get
of the
into that.
nicer
Definitely
ones
looking
in the
around.
area, and especially what are we 6 minutes away from Dunedin?
Super close.
Lovely Dunedin,
Super
Florida. It is very
The
nice.
funny part is, since we lived there, we have not gone to Dunedin as much.
Because you live there now.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's 100%
Isn't that
it.
crazy?
Right now you
Yeah.
live there. You're like, we can go anytime we want. We'll just go whenever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're actually going tomorrow night. It's gonna be
it's gonna be fun.
fun time.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
On that note, we're gonna end the podcast. Appreciate you, my guy. Thanks for doing
course.
this.
Thank you
Cheers.
for
Thank you for
having
checking
me.
everything out. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Peace.